Hasbro's new Marvel Legends Thor Love and Thunder movie figures officially announced. What might we see in this week's Marvel Legends live stream? New DC Multiverse Blackest Night figures and a whole lot more. So let's jump right into it. Hey everybody, JC here, and welcome to a Monday edition of TNI News. And as always, we've got a lot to cover today. And let's start off with some Marvel news. So first of all, we got the official first trailer revealed for the upcoming Thor Love and Thunder movie, which will be out in July. Now, last week I told you how some Walmart stores had started selling the Marvel Legend Thor Love and Thunder wave early, and so we got our first official look at those figures thanks to people who were able to find them at the store, some of which were actually able to buy the figures, others were not. But now that the trailer is out, we've got the official reveal of the wave. So just to recap, this wave includes versions of Mighty Thor, which is the Jane Foster Thor featured in the new trailer. And then we've got two versions of Thor himself. So we've got Thor in his, I guess, being labeled the Ravager outfit, which I know a lot of people, when we originally saw some set images of this appear online, thought it was kind of like Thunderstrike. So he's got the vest and everything. And then there's also a new regular Thor in a battle type armor. This is kind of, I would say, a nod to the armor that he wore in the comics that was originally designed by Walt Simonson, and I actually think is pretty cool looking. So those are the Thor figures in the wave. And then we're also getting King Valkyrie, I guess because she's the leader of Asgard now. She's known as King Valkyrie. We are getting the Kristen Bale character, which is known as Gore the God Killer in the comics. We are getting Star-Lord, a new version of Star-Lord, and Groot. So, you know, we know that the Guardians of the Galaxy will be in this movie, but looks like we're only getting two of them in this assortment. And then finally, the Build-A-Figure is another version of Korg, who is wearing a Viking outfit, which I'm guessing is part of that flying ship that we do again see in the trailer. We've also seen some new Funko Pops that went up for pre-order today for the movie. So very much the same characters. There's one of Thor in that flying ship. And then Korg's buddy Mike is also apparently getting a Funko Pop treatment, and I guess he's got a body now. I don't know what's going on with that. But that again is available for pre-order at places like Amazon or Entertainment Earth. There's also another role-play item for Marvel Legends. It is Thor's hammer, now belonging to the Jane Foster Thor, or Mighty Thor as she's being called in this movie. So this one, it looks very similar to the previous hammer that they did for the Marvel Legend line, the replica line. However, this one has the cracks in it. So, you know, was essentially the same thing we got before with some slight variations. And like before, it lights up, it has sounds, things like that. So all of these things, well, the pop figures are already available for pre-order now, but the Marvel Legends stuff will officially be available starting on April 26th. I told you this last week. You know, even though Walmart's put them out and then they put a cashier lock on the products and everything. I know there were rumors that like they were being recalled. No, they were being put back in the storeroom and told not to sell until the official sale date, which again is April 26th. So once that date comes, I don't expect these figures will be hard to get. Every place, including Walmart and Target, should have them. Now, possibly not every place will have them in stock right away. You know, they will be going up for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, but I don't know when they will exactly have these in stock to start shipping out for people. But again, the official sale date is the 26th for these products. And like I said, once that date comes, you shouldn't have any problem getting these. The Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Jigsaw figure has started to show up at places overseas. These in-hand images come via Mr. Mad Orange, and I'll put a link to his Instagram if you want to check him out, but he provided us these images. And again, this figure is here in the US as a Walgreens exclusive. It has not been reported as showing up here in Walgreens yet. It may still be a while before we see it here in the US. Right now it is just showing up overseas, but Eventually, the Baron Zemo figure actually went up for order again on the Walgreens website just the other day. So they have been making them somewhat available on the website, these Walgreens exclusives. And sooner or later, I would expect Jigsaw will go up there as well. And of course, when it does, we'll be sure to update on Marvelous News. Now, tomorrow, which is the 19th, Hasbro will be holding another live stream event, this time once again with the Marvel Legends brand team. And of course, a lot of people are wondering what we will actually see tomorrow. I can't tell you everything, and in fact, I really can't tell you a whole lot in the way of specifics. One thing that I've seen that should be revealed this week is another Spider-Man wave. It is a 6-figure wave, which makes me think this might be some type of retro card back wave. Possibly tied to the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man. So I've talked about, figures that we should be getting at some point this year, or maybe now going into next year, but originally at least planned for this year to celebrate Spider-Man's 60th anniversary. I've talked about how they showed off that comic book based Iron Spider-Man figure, which will be part of that. So I'm thinking that one will possibly be in the 6-figure wave. So of course, again, that one's already been revealed. There's 2-packs. There's other things coming. 2-packs. We saw the Amazon Doc Ock and Silk one, a comic book pack that went up on Amazon and sold out fairly quickly. There's supposed to be a Null and Venom 2-pack. They've already shown us a teaser for the Null figure. We haven't seen the Venom figure yet. There's supposed to be a Walmart exclusive retro cardback Lizard figure that we might see tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know how many of the 60th anniversary things that we're going to see, but I do expect that whatever the Spider-Man wave that has 6 figures in it will probably be tied into that. There's also some standalone, meaning it's not part of an actual wave. There is a standalone retro card back figure. I'm thinking maybe Spider-Man related. I don't know that for sure, but there should be some type of standalone retro card back figure revealed tomorrow. Now, anything else, I don't know if Hasbro is going to keep tomorrow's live stream to basically just Spider-Man stuff. I think that's a possibility, but I don't know that for sure. If they do expand beyond things like other than Spider-Man, then I certainly hope that we get to see that 20th anniversary Marvel Legend Toad figure, but I've not seen any indication that that's going up for pre-order in the immediate future, so that doesn't mean necessarily they won't show it, but I've not seen any indication of that at this time. Now, an Australian retailer site put up an image on their Instagram page suggesting that we might be seeing that Spider-Verse Penny Parker and the SPDR droid 2-pack. Now, that is something that has been rumored. I have not been able to confirm for myself that that is something that we will be seeing tomorrow, but this Australian retailer seems to be indicating as such, so we'll have to see. And again, whether it's all just Spider-Man tomorrow, talking about his 60th anniversary and such, I think that's a possibility, but we'll just have to wait and see for sure. But of course, we'll have full coverage up on Marvelous News as it happens. Again, the live stream kicks off at 11 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. It'll be streamed on their Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel. We'll have it embedded over on the website. And of course, we'll update with images and everything as they're released. Okay, now jumping over to DC. So first of all, I forgot to mention this last week, but we've got a teaser for a new MAFEX figure. It is, you can clearly see it's a tease for a Steel figure based on the, Death of Superman storyline that they've been doing Superman figures for. So all we have at this point, and this image was released over a week ago, so hopefully we'll get the official images and details fairly soon. But I would expect sometime this month we'll see the official solicitations for a new MAFEX Superman Steel figure. So if you like Steel, this is probably one that you're going to want to check out. Now, last time I talked to you guys last week, I told you how McFarlane Toys had teased Blackest Night DC Multiverse Batman figure. Well, since then, they've showed off the other 4 figures that were rumored for the assortment, which includes a Blackest Night Superman figure, as well as the character Deathstorm. And then just today, they gave us our first preview image for the Kyle Rayner Green Lantern figure. So it is a 4-figure assortment. There should be a Build-A-Figure for this wave, which McFarlane has not yet confirmed or shown. So the Atrocitus character, which is also from the Blackest Night storyline, should be the Build-A-Figure for this wave. It will probably be teased here in the fairly near future. At this time, I don't know exactly when this wave will go up for pre-order. It should be soon. I'm thinking maybe even sometime this week. And when I get more information on that, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Now, last week, I told you guys how NECA Toys was going to be attending this year's PowerCon convention, which will be taking place in Columbus, Ohio in August 5th through the 7th. Now, typically, the PowerCon convention has been a convention that caters primarily to Masters of the Universe. It's even been, loosely deemed the official Masters of the Universe convention. Generally, Mattel is in attendance, and they do show off new products and stuff. However, this year, it looks like things might be a little bit different. It looks like the folks at PowerCon, Val Staples, who runs that convention, also owns the site He-Man.org. Looks like might be trying to convert this, at least this year, into more of a generalized toy convention, not just something specific to He-Man. So just yesterday, on top of NECA, the NECA announcement we got last week, they announced that Mego Corp would also be attending this year's convention. Again, looks like they are kind of shooting for a more generalized toy type convention this year as opposed to a Masters of the Universe one. It's not even clear whether Mattel will have a presence. I believe I mentioned in last week when we were talking about NECA that generally this convention is held in California where Mattel is headquartered, so that Mattel doesn't have a far, it's not expensive and they have a long distance to travel to attend the convention. So being in Columbus, where I'm sure it's cheaper to hold the convention, California is not a cheap place to do anything, including hold a convention. So, Columbus, Ohio, I'm sure is much cheaper to hold the convention. But whether they have any kind of strong Masters of the Universe presence this year, I do not know. Whether, companies like NECA will have actual exclusives for this convention, that information has not yet been made available. So it's interesting to see. They even, they have, looks like their official tagline now is America's Mightiest Toy Show. So again, definitely seem to be kind of distancing themselves from just being a straight up Masters of the Universe convention. And we'll have to see if any other companies end up attending, between now and August. And again, whether any of these companies will have exclusives or anything like that. Now, speaking of Mattel, I wanted to share these new official images for new 7-inch collector-oriented figures based on the new Disney Pixar Lightyear movie. So this is kind of a spin-off of the Toy Story movies. A real-life version of Buzz Lightyear, I guess, is the premise behind this movie. But, and Mattel, of course, is the master license holder for this movie, and they're doing a bunch of stuff that is definitely more geared towards kids. But apparently they do have a collector-oriented line as well. So these figures are deemed to be about 7 inches, maybe a little bit under 6.75 inches, have around 24 points of articulation, have a number of accessories. These figures are available for pre-order on Amazon's website. I haven't seen them available anywhere else. I don't think they're Amazon exclusives, but I don't know who exactly will be carrying these figures. But the figures that were shown were Space Ranger Alpha Buzz Lightyear himself with his cat socks. And then the character known as Darby Steele is getting a figure. The character Mo Morrison is getting the figure treatment. And then finally Izzy Harthorne Jr., and these guys are all part of what is called the Zap Patrol. So they have these armors and stuff that they're wearing. Now, also, this, I don't know if really is considered adult-oriented, but it's kind of cool. They're doing a 12-inch Cyclops figure. And the reason why I think this is kind of cool is it's fairly cheap. And, if you collect Marvel Legends, this looks like might be something that would be a good stand-in for like a Mandroid, a comic book-based Mandroid figure. This design to me looks very much like the Mandroid. So I don't know, basic, again, this definitely looks a little bit more geared towards the kids, not the collector, but it might be something that might actually work with your Marvel Legends if you wanted to have a Mandroid, a classic comic book version of Mandroid. And then finally, there's a 12-inch version of the main bad guy, Zurg. He's got a 12-inch figure coming. So again, all of these are up on Amazon as I'm recording this. And for you sports fans, Hasbro just today announced that they're bringing back starting lineup figures. So if you're not familiar with this line, it was originally started by Kenner back in the late 80s, I want to say. And then when Hasbro bought Kenner, they took it over and they continued the line into the 90s. And these were based on, professional athletes for things like Major League Baseball, the NFL, NBA. I don't remember exactly what scale the figures were or how articulated they were. I want to say they were not super articulated in any way, but I kind of get them confused with the sporting figures that McFarlane did as well. So it was not something I ever collected. But today they announced that they are bringing starting lineup. No other details other than to say the line would be launching in September, specifically September 22nd. So I'm sure more details will be coming soon as far as the scale. Will these be articulated? Things like that. I really don't know. But again, so, for you sporting fans, if you're into sports figures, it looks like Hasbro is bringing them back under the starting lineup banner. Storing Collectibles last week released official images for their 112 Tekken 7 video game based Paul Phoenix figure. So we had seen a few preview images for this one, so we knew it was coming. I've talked about this figure before, but now we have the official images and details. So the figure is going to come with 4 different pairs of hands. You're going to get 3 different head sculpts. And then you're also going to get a burning fist effect piece to mimic his abilities. So this figure, as I'm recording this right now, is not gone up for pre-order at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store, but should be soon, probably later this week. Okay, so that's it for today. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comments section below. Also, let me know what you're looking forward to seeing in tomorrow's Hasbro Marvel Legend live stream. I'll be back on Wednesday to talk about all of those reveals. As always, guys, stay safe out there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And until next time, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.